James O'Keefe is a conservative guy. He runs around the country trying to uncover left and far left corruption. I think that's a fair word. Mr. O'Keefe has been arrested. He's been, everything can happen to somebody's happened to him. So he gets on the phone on the party call, all right, with CNN. So I told you the way it works in both political parties is that every morning, political action groups representing Republicans and Democrats, they fax, email, text talking points to their media supporters. All right, that comes out of Washington. Then CNN, Fox, NBC, all of the news organizations have a conference call where the president of the news organization gets on with his lieutenants and they speak about what they're going to cover that day. That's how it works from the inside. So O'Keefe gets on the CNN call secretly. All right, there's a traitor at CNN who allowed him, to tape the call. So the first soundbite that O'Keefe releases is Jeff Zucker, who's the president of CNN and a Trump hater. Now, Zucker, it's been reported, is going to be out in January as AT&T knows that CNN is no longer a news agency and has hurt itself almost beyond repair. Here's Jeff Zucker on October 9th of this year. Go.
Okay, I just want to reemphasize that, I think we cannot normalize what has happened here in the last week with Trump and his behavior. And I go back to what David Chalian said, that this is a president who knows he's losing, who knows he's in trouble, is sick, maybe is on the after effects of steroids or not, I don't know, but he's acting erratically and desperately, and we need to not normalize that. This is what we've come to expect for the last 3.5 years, 4 years.
All right, and he goes on to say, this is what we've come to expect, and it's exacerbated by the issues that he's dealing with, which means COVID. Okay, so Zucker is basically telling his people, don't feel sorry for Donald Trump in any way. Okay, point out that this COVID that he has acquired is making him mental. Now, if you're a CNN producer or a talent and you don't do that, you're in trouble. Okay, the next soundbite is the CNN Vice President, Marcus Mabry. This was recorded September 8th of this year. Go.
Yeah, I was just going to say, if you're going to talk about the story, I think it's unavoidable that you have to talk about the naked racism of Tucker Carlson, because that's really what drove this anti-diversity push. Trump watches Tucker Carlson show and then reacts. And just as sort of the white supremacy hour they have on Fox News every night, I think you can't disconnect the two.
Okay, so now when you hear the CNN primetime hosts attacking Fox News, they have been ordered to do that. And if they don't do it, again, they are called in, and they're all making a lot of money. Third soundbite is from a reporter named Jame Gangel. Ms. Gangel's been around. She was with NBC for a while. This was recorded on November 9th. Go.
We have to be, news organizations have to be very careful and very responsible about not giving Trump too much of a platform on his not conceding, because they feel the transition can go forward. And, other than the national security briefings, which are critical to start now, they just don't want us to exaggerate that Trump isn't leaving office. And I'm going to have a lot of specific reporting on that later today.
All right, so she's basically saying, and she doesn't have any power. She's just saying, I'm going to report that Trump's out of there, okay? So we can reassure our viewers, all of whom hate Trump, all right? So this is so instructive because it just confirms what I've been telling you for years, that these people, these corporate people, order their producers and their talent to say stuff, and they better follow the orders. So when you see blatant bias in any of the news organizations on television, you know where it comes from. Hey, Bill O'Reilly here. As you all know, the dollar is at a 10-year low, and November could spell real trouble. That's why I recommend you consider physical gold and silver, and the only company I do business with in this area is American Hartford Gold. You can call them right now. Make sure you tell them Bill O'Reilly sent you, and they'll give you a free gold coin on your first qualified order. Since I have been recommending American Hartford Gold, gold's up over 40%, silver over 60%. So please don't wait. Call them now. 877-444-GOLD Gold. 877-444-GOLD Gold, or text GOLD to 65532.